Welcome to the campus of Immanuel High School for tonight's first round regional matchup between the Elmwood-Plum City Wolves and the Immanuel Lutheran Lancers. Please stand if you're able. Remove your hats as the Immanuel Pep Band leads us in the national anthem. Immanuel High School and Elmwood-Plum City High School and the WIA require good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators at interscholastic events. Please support the players, coaches, and officials in a positive manner. Comments of a sexist, racial, or ethnic nature or other intimidating actions will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the gymnasium. Please be aware of the possibility of ball or player entering the bleachers during the competition. Thank you and enjoy the game. Now for our starting lineups, first for Elmwood-Plum City. Sophomore, number 1, Polly Webb. Junior, number 5, Allison Savi. Junior, number 12, Aurora Samper. Sophomore, number 14, Addison Zeilinger. And senior, number 22, Ellison Maxwell. Elmwood-Plum City is coached by Adrian Hook, assisted by Tom Savi and Hannah Forster. And now for the Immanuel Lutheran Lancers. Senior number 11, Becky Nelner. Junior number 14, Gwyneth Gergel. Sophomore number 20, Lydia Clokey. Freshman number 21, Paige Goodman. And senior number 24, Gabby Radical. The Lancers are coached by Missy Nelner, assisted by Christian Goodman.
Hello and welcome to today's matchup between the Immanuel Lutheran Lancers and the Elmwood-Plum City Wolves. Here in the first regional game of the tournament, the regional quarterfinal, as the Wolves start off with the ball, sends it high, and now we're going to end up bouncing up and out of play. As the first possession ends in a turnover, it'll go back to the Lancers, who are currently 10-12 on the year, ranked 24th in D5, 225th in Wisconsin, and got the number 4 seed in their region. A little bit of press from the Wolves. Not going to pay off. They got Nelner wide open underneath. Can't finish inside. But does end up getting the jump ball, which will stay with the Lancers. So a big opportunity missed early on for the Lancers. Do have another chance at it as Nelner ended up getting that jump ball anyway. As she will pass it in from the baseline. Has Gergel corner. She wants her to go opposite corner with Lydia. Steps up, going to go high with Goodman. Goodman thinks about a 3. Going to take it. Bounces up and out. Nelner gets the rebound inside. Little fade away. Gonna bank it in. Nelner makes up for it after a missed layup, ends up getting the rebound plus the fade away too. Nelner averaging 8 points on the year. Gets her first from here to start us off. 2-0 lead for the Lancers with 17:25 and counting. Wolves, their first possession where they've been able to get set up. They got Webb moving up inside. Pass the paint, kicked around. Last kick by Radical. Kick ball will stay up top. Nope, going to go to the baseline with the Wolves. Pass in baseline from Webb. Option. Time running out. Going to try to get into the paint. Kicked out of bounds this time by Milner. And they'll try it again. Time gets in cleanly. Steps inside. A couple of defenders. Comes up short. Tipped out of the hands of Webb. And last touch by Webb. And that one's going to head back with the Lancers. And the Wolves going to keep with the press. They've done their homework on the Lancers. Lancers don't do well with pressure, especially full court pressure. As Gergel will turn, get up to Goodman. Goodman triple team. Notice you get over to Gergel. Gergel a bit of space. Will quickly up the floor to Radical. Radical weave her way around. Pass to the corner with Goodman. Back to Lydia. Lydia will take her first three of the night. Brings up and out. And a rebounded inside by Saw. Over to Webb. Takes to the paint. He'll step in. They go that way. Radical takes it away. Webb going to get it right back. Trying to go in baseline. Radical cuts her off. Forced back high. Pass up. No one looking. Lydia going to take it away. Ends up just poking it into the backcourt where it's picked up by Saab. Hand it back off up top and Webb will reset. Into the paint. Looking to the corner. Going to give it to her. Nelner right there. Forced send it back up top to Webb. Webb will swing it around. Into the paint. Gets over the hands of Nelner. Going to kick it back out. Got a good look. Won't take it. Back to up top. Ends up bouncing off the inside. And tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Girdle. That was Zillinger, who took the three and up hitting off the inside. Currently a 22.4% three-point shooter as Webb will pass it in on the baseline. Good look. Fakes to the corner. Pass back up top. Swings around to Webb. Webb will take the three. Off the inside, rebound inside by Zillinger. Right back up, comes up short, tipped around, and rebounded a foot on the line. That was Samper, who averages 6.1 rebounds per game, gets her first year, ends up turning right into a turnover as she stepped out of bounds. Lancers holding on to a 2-point lead. Still some press from the Lancers. This time it works beautifully. Got a good lane inside, and the foul is drawn. Milner picks up her first. And that is the big thing to watch tonight. How many fouls will Milner get and how quickly will she get them? Fouling out in the last few games. Always been in foul trouble for most of the year. As with a short bench, lots of players out for the Lancers. Don't have much option but to keep her in at this point in the game. As the first free throw of the game comes up short off the front rim for Zillinger. Currently a 50% free throw shooter, so statistically should make this second one as Hammett moves up the bench. Second free throw. Bounce on the front as well. Rebounded by Radical and she'll try to push it. Pass to Lydia, swatted away by Webb. And into the hands of Prof. Rodabar. Pass will come in from the side from Milner. Radical averages 11 rebounds per game, picks up her first here. Try to get out in transition. Lancers been great in transition, especially when led by Radical. Now we got deflected away, no harm done. They get another chance to set up here with Lydia. Back up top with Gergel. Looks to Goodman will find her. Has Nelner all alone in the paint. Go corner with Lydia instead. They'll step inside. Back up top with Goodman. Takes a couple of bounces. Not a good look. Back to me with Nelner. Now returns over to Radical. Read well and swatted away by Maxwell. And in their game for the Lancers will be Hammett for Nelner. So they will eventually get Nelner out. Picked up her first foul just a few minutes in. Give her a little bit of a break and try to avoid getting her second early on. As Lydia will pass it in from the baseline. Pass up high to Hammett. Hands off to Girdle. Girdle will dribble back high. Pressure on her. Back to Goodman. Takes to the paint. Goodman will step around. Back up high to Hammett. Hammett back out to Goodman. Got a good look. Mr. First. Little hitter second. Goodman on the board for the first time tonight. A 36.5% three-point shooter. Has taken over 130 on the year and currently 1 for 2 on the night and puts them up 5-0. Looking for an option, wants to go to the paint, forces to send it back up top with the corner. Webb, a good look. Missed her first. This one off the inside as well. And rebounded by Goodman. Goodman averages 2.3 rebounds per game. Gets her first here as Gergel will take it slowly up the floor. Pressure on her. Gets it over to Hammett. Back up top with Gergel, pass deflected. Gergel will get it back anyway. Keeps it on her side of the court and hands it off to Lydia. Gonna get a screen. Back across for Hammett. Hammett steps up, gonna get over to Gergel. Gergel will drive around. Gonna reset. Back to Hammett. Back to Goodman. Goodman will pull again. This one bounces off the corner, tipped up in the air. Last touch by Webb. Gonna save it, but foot's on the line. And that'll stay with the Lancers in the corner. Pass will come in baseline from Lydia. Gonna get into Goodman. Hands are being taken away by Samper. Now we're getting ready to check back in. Webb up top into the paint. Checked away by Goodman, but a foul going to be called. That'll be her first and the team's second. The other one being on Nelner, who is currently checking in for Lydia.
Is number 21, Paige Goodman. First personal, team second.
Goodman rarely gets above 2 fouls. As Gergel going to take this one away. Tips in the hands of Radical. She's got Nelner across. Radical going to take it herself and finish strong. Timeout call by Wolves. Lancers a 7-point lead at 14:08 to go here in the first half. For the timeout, 7-0 lead for the Lancers. Another nice steal, this time from Gergel. Got into the hands of Radicals to get coast to coast for her first points of the game. She's got 2 along with Nelner, with Goodman getting the other 3. Currently 1 for 3 from the 3-point line. Update from the game, who the winner of this one will be playing. Gilman and Glenwood City. That game being played at Gilman, with the score being tied 4-4 in the first 4 minutes. Kick out, swatted away by Radical into the hands of Gergel. Gergel trying to find her again, can't do it. Needs help, gonna find Hammett. Takes to Nelner, Hammett let him go by. Back up top this time with Radical. Radical will try to drive inside. Force back out, hands off to Nelner. Needs a handoff. Gonna give it to Gergel. 13:30 to go. Back over to Nelner. Looks to the paint, gonna find Gergel. Gergel driving inside. Not a good look, back out to Radical. Radical looking for a step in. Gets over to Hammett. Hammett hands off Goodman. Goodman back up top with Nelner. Into the paint with Radical. Radical double team, spins out of it. Loses the ball in the corner, gonna get back. Triple team again. And a jump ball gonna be called, going back to the Wolves. After the box, this is a kick out, trying to spin it back inside. Ended up getting caught with the ball above her head. As a couple of subs will enter in. In game for the first time tonight for Maxwell. As Webb will take it back to the floor. Wolves trying to get on the board. An 8-16 team on the year, 78th in D5, 385th in Wisconsin, picking up the 13th seed. As Gergel nearly takes this one away. Bringing Halen 10 to the corner. Tipped it around, last touch by Webb. As the Lancers forcing another turnover, going back their way. But the press remains for the Wolves. Supposed to be the great equalizer in this game, as they've already gotten a couple of good looks off of it. Gergel got a good look. Double team comes, she picks up her dribble, in trouble now, gonna send it high to Goodman. Goodman looking for an option across the line, eventually finds Gergel, who will take it across. Over to Nelner, in the paint with Radical. Radical Turner's got one to beat, works her way around, kick out Goodman, Goodman the open 3. Bounces out, rebound Hammett inside. Gonna hand off to Nelner. Nelner works her way inside, hands off to Hammett. Looks back out, gonna find Nelner. Nelner back over to Gergel. Goodman now 1 for 4 on the night. As this one sent over to Radical, good pass. Radical spinning inside, comes up short, gets her on rebound, and lays it back up in the end. Radical's got 4, averages 14.3 per game, with her highest being 32. And they're going to need her in this tournament They don't have a chance to go far. Showing out early here with 4 out of the 9. Gergel with pressure up top, gonna swing it over. Tipped away, Hammett gets a hand on it, ball on the floor. Neller gets a hand on it, jump ball gonna be called. And that one's going back to the Lancers. Lydia will enter in along with Fright for Hammett and Zeilinger. Radical to 40, Gergel, good find, and a 3-on-1. Gergel over to Lydia. Pressure comes, shows the foul, but can't quite finish. And that'll send Lydia to the line for the first free throws of the night. Trying to find double digits and get herself on the board. Lydia, a 62.5% free throw shooter, does not shoot a lot, but is very consistent. As for proves it here as it falls. Lydia's first point likes, looking for her second and an 11-point lead. Second will fall as well. Lydia's got 2, averages 2.5 per game. Just about there already, as they give the Lancers an 11-point lead. They get the ball swung around. Can't find anything inside, right back up top. To the corner with Webb. Webb a good look, her third of the night. Bounces up, and gonna get it to fall. Webb gets him on the board with 3. A 44.2% three-point shooter. That's right, he's got Lydia again, all alone. 2 right off the backboard, rebound Radical. She can't finish. Tipped around and picked up by Ingley. Ingley averages 2.3 rebounds per game, gets a big one there. As Lancers 2 great opportunities, couldn't quite knock him down. Ingley, back up top, right. Fakes, we go to the side. Ingley wants to get in the paint. No, they're right there to take it away up the floor with Gergel. Gergel got a 1-on-1. Forced back out, pass deflected, and gonna be taken right back by Webb. Webb averages 2.6 steals per game. As Craig forced to slow it down, now trying to go in baseline, cut off, tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Lydia. Elmer also picked up her first steal last time down the floor, averages 1.2, just about at her average already. As Eichstead will enter in for the first time tonight for Radical, who heads to the bench for the first time tonight. A strong showing from her. A couple of rebounds and 4 points out of the 11. Into the paint. Kick back out. Webb will dribble out beyond the arc. Back up top with Craig. Gonna swing it around. Got a good look. Won't take it. Into the paint. Ingley steps back out. Spinning. Back up top with Craig. Lydia up on her. Into the paint. Swung away by Eichstead. Taken away by Gergel for her second steal of the night. Averages 1.7 on his pass out. Eichstead all alone. Can't get a roll. Tipped inside. Eichstead got it back. Kicks out to Nelner. Nelner a jumper. That one rims out as well. And eventually rebounded by Saint-Pierre. Saint-Pierre averaging 6.1 rebounds per game as they go into the post here quickly. Steps inside, forced back out. Ingley, hands off to Webb. Webb will work away around. Hands off to Craig. Takes the top. Picks up a dribble. Gergel up on it. Getting over to Ingley. Looks to the paint. No option. Back up top with Webb. Webb will try to send it out quickly. Tipped away. Comes out of the paint to get it. Tips it out to Ingley. Ingley now on space. Weaves her way inside. Tipped away. Craig gets it back. Skip pass across to Webb. Webb will work her way inside. Eichstead going to cut her off. Force back out. Hands off up top to Ingley. Ingley a deep 3. Off the front. Rebounded by Eichstead and handed off to Goodman with a foul called before on Cripe, which is her first and the team's second.
Second personal, team second.
Cripe will exit and Beckel and Zeilinger will re-enter. Will come in baseline from Nelner. Gets into Gergel. Spins. Takes to Goodman. Double team comes. Gets it out to Goodman. Up to Florida Eichstead. Got Lydia across. Ends up shooting it. Comes up short. Stuck in the corner now. He's an option trying to go up baseline. Eventually will. Got the 3-on-1 now. Up to Florida Webb. Webb with pressure in front. Keeps it alive. Kick back out. Got to go and get a 3. Banks off the side. Rebound inside. Gonna dribble the way back in. Little floater. Bounces up and out twice. Rebound Nelner tipped out of bounds. And the Wolves gonna get another shot at it. Get up and rebounds. A couple of good looks. Wolves get another chance at it, down by 8, 11-3. As Radical and Hammett will enter in for Gergel and Eichstead. 9:15 to go. Passing baseline from Webb. As up top, she wants it. Emma cuts her off. Goes to set a screen. Replacing up top to Saab. Saab will step inside. Kick back out up top. Sampere. Back across on a bounce pass to Webb. Webb into the paint. Good find. Got a lane inside. Comes up short. Rebounded by Radical. She is tripped up trying to save it. Can't do so. Webb back to the paint. Sampere turns the corner. This time, Sampere on the board. Sampere gets on the board for the first time tonight. Averages 7.2 points per game. As Eichstätt will re-enter for Radical. Got tripped up on that last play. She will head right back to the bench, dealing with multiple injuries: knee, ankle, shoulder. Hopefully not something new on her latest fall. This one chipped around back into the hands of Lydia. As the press works for a moment, but a quick turnover puts it back into the Lancers' hands. Back to Goodman. Into the paint with Eichstätt. Back up top with Goodman. He's through, looking for an option, trying to go in baseline. Force back out, will give it up to Nelner. Nelner trying to drive inside. Kick out, payment, up top with Goodman. Ready to set a screen as being poked away by Webb. Going to remain with the Lancers as Radical quickly right back in, along with Girdle for Eichstätt and Lydia, and Kopp in for the first time tonight for Sampere. Aston will go into Girdle. Lancers will get it set up with 8:20 to go. Holding on to a 6-point lead, 11-5. Back up top with Girdle. Swings around to Nelner. Nelner got a lane inside. Travel called on the way in. Going back to the Wolves. They got another big chance here to cut this one back down. Lancers had an 11-0 lead. 5-0 in here from the Wolves. Lancers have stalled out in the last few minutes on offense. And the Wolves offense gets something done. Nearing 8 minutes to go. Into the paint. No one was looking. Ends up rolling into the hands of Hammett. An unfortunate turnover for the Wolves after such a big opportunity. On the other end, Girdle pressured up top once again, and a foul going to be called on Webb. That'll be the third team foul. And the first on her. Passing from Nelner, going to find Girdle. Under 8 to go. Back to Nelner. Corner with Goodman. Goodman got a good look. Won't take it. Back up top. Going to swing it around the perimeter. Girdle back to Nelner. Back to Girdle. Back to Nelner. Nelner driving inside, trying to give it to her, ends up losing it. Foot's on the line, and that one's going back to the Wolves. The back-to-back turnovers forced by the Wolves. Can they get the offense going? 7:30 to go. Down by 6. Both these teams 2-8 in their last 10 games. Both on a big slide as Radical picks up another foul here. Trying to pick it off from Zeilinger. Ends up being the third team foul. And the Radicals first. Fouls fairly low in this game. Both teams about halfway to the bonus with more than halfway gone as Webb will swing around the perimeter. Sampere. Back up top with Webb. Webb will work her way inside. Spinning around, hands off up top. Saab takes to the paint. The opposite. Tipped up in the air. Last touch by Nelner. And the Wolves are going to pass in baseline. 7:11 to go. Passing from Webb, going to send one deep. Handled. Takes the pass. Now going to go right back to her. Beckel. Back up top. Got a good look. Won't take it. Looks towards Beckel. Going to go to Webb instead. Webb out beyond blue line. All the way across. Trying to go in baseline. The reverse comes up short. And rebounded by Goodman. Goodman averaging 3.7 rebounds per game. This one swung quickly over to Radical. Back up top with Girdle. Got some space. She'll give it over to Hammett. Got Goodman coming corner. Not a lot of space in the paint. Nelner, good look. Sends it long. Tipped to the air by Radical. And rebounded by Kopp, but steps out of bounds. So Lancers get another chance at it. Stepping in. Sampere right back in. for Beckel. Goodman on the pass in baseline. High with Radical. Back corner to Goodman. Goodman, good look. She'll take it. And it's her second of the night. And the lead goes up to 9. Goodman averages 10 points per game. A little over halfway there currently. Got a couple of good looks so far tonight. And a good design play for this. This one tipped back into the hands of Radical. Trying to get a hand on it. And eventually just turns into a jump ball, which will stay with the Wolves. Bingley entering back in along with Lydia for Hammett and Sommer. In a timeout by the Lancers, 14-5, 9-point lead for the Lancers. Goodman, the new leading scorer after her second three, 6:12 to go. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Back in the timeout. Lancers up by 9, 14-5. As the Webb will have a pass in baseline for the Wolves. Trying to respond up a Goodman's latest three. He's an option. Sends one deep. Handled by Ingley. Looks to Webb. Change direction. Back into the paint. Looking for an option. She'll drive inside. Swung away by Radical. Last touch by the Wolves. An update from Gilman, 11-4. Very similar game going on there. Very low scoring. Gilman does have the 7-point lead. Very similar to this game, with 6 minutes to go in that game or in that half as well. Girdle slows it down. Doesn't have her dribble. Going to get to Radical anyway. Double team. Ends up going off her foot. Back in the hands of Nelner. Nelner bad angle. Kick back out to Girdle. Over to Lydia. Back up top with Girdle. Webb up on her. Fakes, she's going to go to the paint. Swings it to Lydia instead. Back up top with Girdle. Girdle steps inside, out to Nelner. Back to Girdle. Forced back out, over to Lydia. Got Goodman coming corner. Won't take it, back to the paint, swung it away, read well, and taken away by Kopp. Deflected to the paint by Zillinger, averaging 1.2 steals per game. As Webb will step inside, will send it back out up top to Saab. Pressure on from Lydia. Saab will get around. Got some space. Splits the double team. Works away inside. Draws for foul and one. Strong finish from Saab inside. Puts them back within 7. At the line, changed to make it 6.
Second personal, team's 4th.
And a rare second foul from Goodman as well. Ends up being the team's 4th foul as Eichsel enter in most likely for Goodman, and it will. We'll see if she returns. Has yet to foul it this year. Has yet to get over 3 fouls this year. On pace to do so. Nelner still holding on with 1. Good news for the Lancers there. As the first free throw from Saab, currently a 51.3% free throw shooter. Hits the first with ease. And a big 3-point play for the Wolves as they almost forced the turnover. Oh, they will. Last touch by Lydia out of bounds. And a strong stand on the defensive end as well. After only scoring 5 in the first 13 minutes, come up with a quick 3 with the and 1. Chance right down to a 1-possession game off the strong stand. Under 5 to go. Ingley's coming up high. Takes to the paint. Bring it up top to Ingley. Works her way around. Hands it off up top to Webb. Webb dribbles it back out up top, gonna swing it high. Savo gonna step inside. Goes right back to the paint. Kick out. Swings it. Webb, deep three. There it is! He hits from Webb! And just like that, it's a 3-point game. Radical trying to push the floor. No option. Back to the paint with Eichstadt. Eichstadt, good look. Off the mark. And handled by Beckel. And an offensive foul going to be called. Nope, just going to see stepped out of bounds. So it does eventually go back to the Lancers. Nell on the pass in. Sends it high to Radical. Radical kick out. Lydia fakes the three. Steps inside. Got a good look at the two. Sends it long. Rebound Nelner. Draws the foul but can't quite finish. As the Wolves pick up their 14th foul with 4:14 to go. Beckel's first as Nelner heads to the line. A 42.3% free throw shooter. Missed her first there. Trying to make it a 4-2 possession game after Lancers had an 11-point lead. Since then, an 11-3 run the other way as Nelner misses her second as well. Tipped up in the air. Last touched by Radical as the Wolves a chance now. Couple of quick 3-point plays off the end one. Then Webb hits her second three of the night. She's got 6. And they're 1-3 away from tying this one up after going down 11-0 in almost the first half of the first half. Ingley fakes, back up high, has Webb. Webb, the good look, won't take it, gonna step inside instead. Change direction back up top. High to Ingley, a little bit too high. And the Wolves end up turning it over, going back to the Lancers, under 4 minutes to go.
All right, good defense again.
Goodman checking back in with her 2 fouls. Eichstadt. Pass from the side from Lydia. Press will remain for the Wolves. Worked a couple times tonight. As will get up quickly to Gergel. To the corner with Goodman. To the paint with Radical. Not a good pass. Ends up sitting in long. Webb was there. Read it well. It'll take it away. Remains a 3-point game. Kick out. Savo step inside. Little jumper. Sends it long. Rebounded by Beckel. Good positioning. Kick back out to Ingley. Ingley for the tie. Sends it long. Rebounded by Lydia. They averaging 1.1 rebounds per game. Picks up her first here. And he'll send it up top to Nelner. And the thing with Radical. Red well once again by Samper. A little poke it out of bounds. Will remain with the Lancers. The defense tightening up for the Wolves. After running up 11 quickly, they held them just to 3 in the greater part of the second half of the first half. Into the hands of Radical. Double team. Draws the foul and will finish. Strong finish inside from Radical. She's got 6. Chance to make it 7 at the line.
First personal team still. Shooting 1.
Radical, a 58.1% free throw shooter, has shot the most out of her team by far. And this one will rim out. Goodman racing to the corner. And it's being last touched out of bounds by Goodman. So 16-11, a strong finish from Radical. Couldn't quite finish off the 3-point play. Does get the Lancers back up by 2 possessions as Hammett enters back in for Lydia. 3:20 and counting. Wolves trying to keep it close going to the half. Their goal to probably keep within 1 possession. Especially from where they were, just 5-6 minutes to go. Take to the corner, try to give it there, and a travel going to be called, going back to the Lancers. Passing from the side, the press remains. 3:08 to go. It's a 5-point lead for the Lancers, 16-11. Both teams nearing the bonus. Still fairly unlikely that they reach it. All the way across to Hammond, taken away. Beckel can't get there in time. But a good read as she nearly took it away for a free 2 going the other way. A risky pass and did not pay off. No harm done, however, as the Lions are going to pass, and this time from the opposite corner. Nelner to do it. Wants a deep pass. Not deep enough, and it's taken away. Ingley will try to turn the corner. Force back out. Hands out to Samper. Over to Webb. Webb looks for an opening. Argo up on her. Webb high to the corner. Samper steps inside, pass deflected, taken away by Gergel once again. Over to Goodman. Goodman will pull. Goodman will hit! She's got 9 and the lead's up to 8. So the Wolves, after a strong run, Lancers a good response to put him back up by 8. Wolves trying to keep this one manageable. Jogging inside, kick out, Webb, the response. There it is! Webb, she's got 9 as well. Back to a 5-point game. Deep past the Radical. Radical the one-on-one. Spinning inside. Can't finish. Short rebound, just the foul. She's back at the line, taking 2 more.
Calls on the Wolves, number 14, Edison's Island, their second personal, team 6. Shooting 2, Randy Radical.
Lancers will be shooting free throws the rest of the half. Radical missed her first. That'll make her second. She now has 7 night. Radical second to make it a 7-point game. Bounce out, tipped inside, and rebounded the last touch out of bounds by Milner. So stay with the Wolves, 20-14. Radical now 1 for 3 on free throws. With 2:07 to go. Wolves got a big hit from Webb, trying to keep the offense going. Keep this one close going into the half. To the corner. Back up top with Webb. Pass deflected out of bounds. Webb did not touch it. And it'll stay with the Wolves with now under 2 minutes to go. Gets it in quickly. Sampere steps up. Gets over to Ingley. To the corner. Skip pass across to Webb. Webb looking to drive inside. Force back high into the paint. Sampere spinning inside. Can't quite bank it in. Gets one rebound. Oh, whoa! Inside. That's 4 of the night. As this one's deflected out of bounds. And last touch by Gergel. The Wolves' pressure continuing to be a problem for the Lancers. They've got a chance to bring it back to the 1-possession game. Lancers had that strong run. Got the 3 from Goodman. Webb the strong response. Couple of defensive plays. And they're right back within 4 here with a chance to bring it back within 1. Into the paint. Read well by Radical and taken away. Radical the 1-on-1. Turns into a 1-on-2. Comes up short. Off the foot of Girdle. And there's a last touch by the Wolves. A chance to reset with now on the pass in baseline. 20-16. It's a 4-point lead for the Lancers. 1:24 to go, trying to get it back to what it once was. Got Goodman going corner. Into Radical, tipped out of her hands. And last touch by the Wolves once again. It's up to Goodman. Into the paint with Nelner. Over to Radical, tipped out of her hands, trying to get it back into the hands of Girdle. Girdle goes to Goodman. Goodman, good look. There it is again! Having herself a half. She's got 12. And the lead goes up to 7. Back across to Ingley. Takes to the corner. Into the paint. Back up top with Ingley. Brings it around. Over to Webb. Webb looking for a step inside. Deep 2. Comes up short. Rebounded by Goodman. And she'll get up the floor to Girdle. 45 seconds to go. Lancers in good position, up by 7. In no hurry. Down there spinning inside. Hands off to Hammett. Back up top with Radical. Into the paint. Double teams. Little fadeaway. Comes up short. Had Goodman corner. Ended up going for the contested jumper. Comes up short. Under 30 seconds to go. Could be the last chance for the Wolves. Down by 7. In the paint. Hammett read it. Whoa! Last touch by Hammett with 21.5 to go. So the Wolves try to hold it out to get one last shot. Don't want to give it back to the Lancers. As every time the Wolves have gotten close, Lancers strong run to pull back away. They've got it about medium now. Trying to get one last bucket before the half ends. Ingley will swing it across. Beckel. Fakes. Trying to go corner. Tipped out of her hands. Handled. Will throw it back out up top. Swings it around. 10 seconds to go. Shot comes. Tom driving inside. No good look. Pass deflected. Handled by Ingley in the corner. 4 seconds to go. Last touch by Nelner. 3.9 on the clock. Wolves gonna have to get it off quickly. One last shot from here. Down by 7. 23-16. Pass in from Webb. Leading scorer with 9 on the night. She's gonna try to give it right back to her. Into the paint. Top turns. Got a pull. Does. And a hit! Suns got 5. The lead down to 5. A big hit for the Wolves at the half. 23-18 is your halftime score. We'll be back in 10 minutes for the second half. Wolves holding on. Big end to the half after going down 11-0 quickly. Held their own, got the offense going. 23-18. They're down 5. We'll be back in 10. for the second half. 23-18. It's a 5-point lead for the Lancers. Saw a big bucket at the end. She's got 5 on the night. Brought them back down within 5. Which is where we stand now. A 13-8 game over at Gilman. So both of these 4 and 5 seeds on upset alert from the 13 and 14 seeds, or 12 and 13 seeds. As Lancers have an automatic home game if they can hold on to win this game. If not, Gilman will get it. If both of them lose, then it would go to Elmwood-Plum City. No, it goes to Glenwood City. So I'll keep an eye on that one. That one's a little more ahead than we are. They've already started their second half a few minutes into it. As we'll try to keep updates on that game as well as this one. Both teams playing it close. As Lancers see if they come out with started out with an 11-0 run to start off the game. Wolves worked their way all the way back. Got it down within 5. Looking for a strong defensive stand throughout the half. Lydia sends it back up high with Gurgle. Gurgle, no option. Back to Goodman. Back up high with Gurgle. Back to Goodman. Catches it on a bounce. Back up high with Gurgle. Back to Radical, a little bit high, and taken away by Maxwell. It's almost a 40-second possession. Wolves stay strong and have a chance to bring it back down to a 1-possession game. Up top is Saab. Looking to step inside. Girdle there to cut her off. Works her way around. Will hand it off up top. She'll look for a lane. Had some space, but a double dribble going to be called as Radical ended up taking it away. As it goes back to the Lancers, Wolves will keep the press on. Has helped them stay in this game and get back into it after being down by 11. Spots them to where they are now. Is this one going to be taken away? Foul called on Gurgle. After it was taken away, almost a smart foul. She had a free 2 points. As the second on her and the first on the team. Nope, first on her. Passing from Webb. Gurgle there to take it away. Ends up just deflecting it. Ends being saved, but then falling out of bounds. Forced to throw it back into the hands of a Lancer. Over Lydia. Bad angle. Kick back out to Goodman. She'll run out to get it. Back up high with Nelner. Got the open 3. And she'll come up short. So a long possession to start. This one ends rather quickly off Nelner's first missed 3 of the night. As the Wolves will push it back up the floor. Back up top with Saab. Looks to Webb. Gonna find her. Got some space. They'll take it first of the half. Rims out. Rebound inside. Gonna kick it back out. Girl there to take it away. Up to Lydia. Got the one-on-one. She'll slow it down. Hesitates. Drives inside. Sends it long. Rebound Radical. Back up. And in. First points of the game. For the first points of the half. For either team, as Radical gets up to 9 on the night, and the lead goes up to 7. Takes to the paint. Saab drives inside, trying to get some space. Now stuck with it. Trying to hand off corner, and eventually will. Back up high. Gonna take the deep 3. That'll bounce out. Tipped out of bounds. Last touched by Radical. Passing baseline from Webb. Pass deflected, it tipped around, picked up by Girdle. Pressure from behind, forced to pick it up, needs an option, gonna find Lydia. She'll step up, hand off to Nelner. Nelner will turn and go, pulls up, can't get a roll, trying to get her own rebound, but ends up being taken away by Maxwell. Dillinger brings it across to Webb. Back up top, Girdle trying to take it away, ends up going past. South swings to the corner. Sampere. Miller trying to take it away. Jump ball going to be called, which will stay with the Wolves. 15-22 to go. Wolves trying to get on the board for the first time this half. And we'll get it into the corner with Sampere. Right back up top. Webb steps into the 3. Bounces out. Rebounded by Radical. She'll turn and go. Just one to beat. Weaves her way inside. And will finish again. 11 now for Radical. And the lead goes up to 9. Good pass to the paint. Samper's got space. Pass back across. No one home. Gonna go back to the Lancers. Only back in for Saad. Rush remains. No one on the pass in. Into the hands of Gurgle. Up the floor to Radical. Across to Goodman. Up to Lydia. Good job being the press. She'll slow it down. Back up top with Goodman. Up to Gurgle. Back over to Goodman. Into the paint with Nelner. Nelner a lot of space. No more space. Into the paint with Radical. Who has this space? At the rim. 13 now for Radical. And she has had all 6 points now in this half to put them up where they are now. Into the corner. Webb. Into the paint. One-on-one with Goodman. And a travel going to be called on Maxwell. Lancers starting the half off strong. A great first 4 minutes for them. A 6-0 run from Radical. That's complimentary in for Maxwell. Yet to let him bucket as well. Trying to keep it that way as the press remains. Did a beautiful job beating it last time. This time almost taken away right off the bat. Ends up being last touched by Nelner, so they'll get the quick takeaway. Another chance to get themselves back into it here. Webb on the pass into the paint. Tipped around, it's being handled, gets it off. Ends up being fouled. And we'll take 2 free throws at the line. There, a 54.7% free throw shooter. Trying to bring it down to a 9.3 possession game. For first. Comes up short. Samper with 4 points on the night, trying to get her 5th, as she'll have to do it after the Vikings having out by the Lancers. 29-18, a strong start of the half for them. 14-19 to go in the game. They're back for the second free throw. Chance to make it a 10-point game. They get her 5th point of the night. Comes up short. Hits nothing. And it'll go back to the Lancers. 25-22 is your Gilman-Glenwood City score. Gilman holding on to a lead, but only by 3 with 11 minutes to go. Passing deep. Redwell, it'll be taken away. Samper spinning inside. Can't get a roll. Gets her on rebound as being tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the Lancers. Lacrosse continues to work for the Wolves. As we get another chance of the pass in baseline as Lydia enters in for Nelner. And the pass will come in baseline from Webb. Gets it in. Got a good look. Comes up short. And is rebounded by Goodman. Gonna push the floor with Lydia. She'll dribble back center. And get it over to Goodman. Back with Lydia over to Hammett. Had Radical for a second. Now gonna send it back high with Lydia. Over to Goodman. Goes corner. Gurgle. Back up top with Goodman. Into the paint with Radical. Wants to cut inside, gonna fake. Now she'll go that way. Triple teamed. And he'll draw the foul. And she'll take 2 more at the line with 13:44 to go.
First person on feet first. Shooting 2, going Radical. First
to fall for Radical, who now has 14. trying to make it a 13-point game and get her 15th point of the game. And well, 15 now for Radical as she puts them up by 13. The Wolves still have yet to score in this half, not the start they wanted. As the Lancers starting to pull away once again. Tip to the hands of Webb, took it back, double team comes. Gets it up quickly. Ingley gets it swatted away. Lydia will take it back. Stuck in the corner, sends it high to Hammett. Off to Gurgle, the Lancers back up the floor. Gets it over to Goodman. To the paint with Radical. Tipped out of her hands into the hands of Lydia. So dribble up high. Pass read well and taken away by Webb. Webb the 2-on-2. Slows it down. Wide open 3. She's got it! Steal plus the 3 on the other end. It's right back to a 10-point game. Radical trying to push the floor as well. Pressure comes. Over to Hammett. Can't handle the pass. When you get it back, kick out to Radical. Takes it across court. She'll hand off in the corner to Hammett. Hammett steps up. Over to Goodman. Back to Radical. Radical fakes. Looking for a drive inside. Little floater. Booms up and in. And the Radical loss continues. Now with 17. Webb will spin around. Back up to a 12-point game as the foul going to be called against Hammett. That'll be the third team foul on the Lancers this half. And it'll result in a passing baseline from the Wolves.
First personal, team third.
Passing baseline from Webb. Needs an option. Going to send one high, handled by Ingley. Ingley will drive it up top. Gets a screen. Trying to work her way inside. Tipped around. She'll get it back. Keeps her dribble alive. They'll get it back up top to Webb. Webb spinning inside. To the corner. Ingley fakes. Relocates. Pulls. Off the side of the backboard. Tipped into the hands of Gurgle. Pushes up the floor to Radical. Back over to Gurgle. Gurgle steps into it. Forced back out. Skip pass across to Goodman. Not a lot of space. Goodman will step up. Entertain with Gurgle. Gurgle fakes. Had a good look. Won't take it. Back across to Hammett. Hammett good look. Fakes up and off. And rebounded by Champere. Webb down by 12. A little under 12 minutes to go. Into the paint. Spinning. Back up top. Got a good look. Won't take it. Drills back Kyle. Hand off to Webb. Webb fakes the deep 3. Hands off to Ingley. Ingley trying to split the defense. Weaves her way through. Kick out. Got a good look. Won't take it. Back inside. All the way through. Banks it in. Nice to the moving side from Zoner. First points of the night. Averages 4.6 points per game. Up top with Radical. Quickly over to Goodman. Goodman to 2-on-1. Over to Hammett. Throws it down. And the travel going to be called. Going right back to the Wolves. As they refuse to go away. Lancers have had it up to a 10, 11-point lead multiple times. Every time the Wolves have brought it back down to about 2, 3, 4, 5 before it headed right back up. Starting their long road back once again, down by 12. Brought it back to 10. Got the turnover. They got the ball back here. Up top is Webb. 11:15 to go. Into the paint. Steps inside, looking for a kick out. Gonna do it. Read well by Hammett. It's being handled by Cripe. And foul gonna be called. Travel gonna be called as Cripe hits the floor. Eichstad's gonna check in. Radical. And Miller will pass it in from the side. 11:02 to go. It's a 10-point lead for the Lancers. And they'll get it into Gurgle. Pressure comes, gets up before to Goodman. She'll slow it down. Finds Eichstad in the paint. Eichstad back across to Nelner. Falling out of bounds, gonna save it. Back up top with Gurgle. Gurgle will dribble back high. Over to Goodman. Back up high with Gurgle. Fakes to Hammett. Back to Goodman. Goodman quick pull. Off the inside. And wisely let it bounce out of bounds is Webb. Lydia enters back in for Hammett. And then Webb will pass it in from the corner. Pressure on her as she crosses half court. Works her way inside. Will hand it up top to Cripe. And And a foul going to be called against Girdle. It'll be the team's fourth in just the first 7.5 minutes. As they only ended up with 4 in that first half. They start to near the bonus very early on. It could be what the Wolves need to try to get back in this game. Over to Beckel. Steps out, swings it up top to Webb. Deep to the corner, high pass, Clark will handle. Pass deflected again. Handled by Samper. Looks for some space, back up top. Ingley to the paint, Beckel. Back up high, Redwell by Gurgle. Can't handle it. Ingley trying to step back inside. Little floater. Rims out, rebound inside by Samper. She hits the floor. Untouched by the Lancers, going back to the Lancers. 10:01 to go. Press remains. Lydia on the pass in baseline. Radical will check back in for Eichstätt. Over to Radical. Pass deflected. And back to the hands of Lydia. Gets no cookie to nail the rim. Well by Beckel. And swatted out of bounds. And Safi right back in for Ingley. Pass in baseline for Milner. Up top with Gurgle. Gets it over to Lydia. Lydia comes inside, hands out to Goodman. To the paint, swatted away. And last touched by the Wolves. Another pass in baseline. Comes one deep to Goodman. Takes to the paint. Steps up, and he'll send it to Lydia. Looks for Nelner. Can't find her, back over to Goodman. Gets it around to Gurgle. Gurgle steps up. Pressure comes, needs an option, finds Goodman. Goodman got some space inside. Drills back out, hands off to Lydia. Lydia loses it. Ball on the floor, it'll be picked up by Beckel. Another strong stand from the Wolves. Webb gets a screen, steps out, got a good look, she'll take it. Off the corner, tipped around and rebounded by Milner. Not a bad play, Webb got the good look she wanted. Didn't quite knock it down. Mishandles. We get to the paint with Radical, foul on the way in. That'll be the second team foul. Radical came out to get it. As Beckel picks up her second, with Hammond entering back in for Gurgle. And a timeout by the Wolves. 33-23, a 10-point lead for the Lancers. Wolves right in it with 9:01 to go. 39-29 is your current score over in Gilman. They have pulled away from Glenwood City with 4:23 to go. Glenwood City with the ball still right in this one, as are the Wolves. That's Radical. Good range. Now has 19. Puts them up by 12. 8:45 to go. Webb hands off up top to Kripe. Kripe changes direction. Pass deflected. Going to be handled by Webb. Good pass inside. Beckel, good look. Can't finish. Rebounded by Milner. Still trying to push it up the floor. Gonna get past Webb. Will spin out of it and hand off to Lydia. Over to Hammett. Hands off Goodman. Goodman fakes. Let's get past across to Lydia. Back up top of Nelner. Fakes for the paint. Nelner will spin out of it. Trying to go in baseline. Hand off Goodman. Goodman, good look. Bounces out. And it'll be rebounded by Sock. Trying to push it. Has Beckel. Beckel weaves her way inside. Gets blocked by Goodman. Tipped out of her hands. Gets it back. Right back in. Comes up short. Tipped hands of Kripe. Kripe ball. Can't finish. Once again. Sinclair inside.
The fourth opportunity, a couple of big offensive rebounds
for the Wolves, and it's changed to bring it down to a 9.3 possession game.
Second personal, team split. Shooting one, Sinclair.
54.7% free throw shooter, has yet to make one tonight. And this one no different, comes up short once again, going back to the Lancers, but brought it back down within a 10-point game, 8 minutes to go. Wolves trying to just hang around. So with plenty of time left in this half, with Girdle and Eichstätt entering in for Lydia and Eichstätt. Pass it from Nelner, sends one deep to Radical. Radical turn and go. 3 on 2. Sells it down, hands it off to Nelner. To the corner with Hammett. Back to the paint with Eichstätt. Eichstätt. Bad look, off to Radical. Radical short 2. Rims it in. Radical now with 21. So Lancers right back up by 12. Webb up top. High to the corner. Handled by Saab. Gets out of it. Dribbles off a foot. Last touch by Hammett. Webb looking for an option. Sends one high to Kripe. Gets this one close to the Saab. Steps around, has Webb corner, takes it herself, comes up short. Last touch by the Lancers. 7:26 to go. Passing from Webb. Sends it deep. Goes corner. Webb fakes. Steps back inside. Forced back out, back to the paint. Sampere, pressure comes. Holds on to it. Pass deflected, and then she's back in the hands of Kripe. Up top with Webb. The screen. Webb will take the 3. And a foul going to be called on the 3-point shot. Nearly hit it as well. It ends up rimming out as she will head to the line to take 3 free throws.
Calls on number 14, right Girdle, third personal, team 6.
And Girdle now picks up her third foul. 3 free throws coming for Webb, their best free throw shooter at 70%. That's her first to bounce out. Second with ball.
Second answer is Goodman.
Back in for Hammett. Final free throw incoming. Trying to bring back down to a 10-point game. And will. And a couple more big hits. 14 for her now. As Nono passes in baseline. Finds Girdle. Up the floor to Radical. Cross to Goodman. Coming up quickly to Eichstätt. And draws the foul on Beckel.
Calls on the Wolves for Brittany Beckel. Third personal, team 7.
News from Gilman, 39-34, and one just called, so a chance to bring back down to a 4-point game at the line with 2:13 to go. Glenwood City hanging around towards the end. Had a big chance with their 3-point play incoming as Nilder draws the foul inside, can't quite finish. We'll head to the line to take 2 more free throws.
Calls on the Wolves number 5, Allison Savi. That's her first personal, team 4th. 5th, excuse me. 4th.
Milner's first free throw run out. a 42.3% free throw shooter. Trying to make her second and make it an 11-point game. The ball. Immanuel's third point of the night as the Wolves take it back up the floor, led by Webb. Goes into the paint. Back up top with Webb. She'll work her way inside. Gets a corner to Saab. Saab trying to go in baseline. Good look. Bounces out. Tipped in the hands of Ingley all alone. Can't finish. Another rebound. Still can't finish. And finally picked up by Radical. Will hold it and take it up the floor. Girdle over to Radical. Takes corner to Goodman. Skip pass across to Nelner. Wasn't ready for it. She ran right underneath it. Going back to the Wolves. 38-27. And Koppelin in for Sampere. And back up the floor goes Ingley. Hands off to Webb. 6:10 to go. The screen. Kick out. Transition over to Girdle. Now going to drive back inside. Soft, weaving through traffic. Going to pull up. Nice finish from Soft. Almost every Lancer. And the timeout going to be called by the Wolves. 38-29. It's a 9-point game with 5:56 to go. 38-29 is a 9-point lead for the Lancers. They have the ball. Wolves will keep the press on. Fakes. Gets it out to Lydia. Lydia will try to push the floor. Forced back out. And she'll give it up to Girdle. Back to Lydia. To the corner with Goodman. Goodman back up high with Lydia. Swings around the perimeter. Finds Girdle. They get a screen. Back to Lydia. Takes to the corner. Steps up, gives it high to Girdle. Girdle no option. Drives back toward Goodman. Takes it. The screen. Goodman picks it up. Back over to Nelner. Tipped out of her hand. She'll get it back the outside the perimeter. Back inside. Girdle. Had space. Couldn't get it off in time. Back to Lydia. Lydia, a little floater. Draws the foul. And will head to the line to take two. 15 foul on the Wolves.
Foul on Wolves number 5, Allison Sabu. That's her second personal, team fifth. Shooting 2, Lydia Oki.
Lydia's first Wolves ball.
Into Wolves, yellow card.
As Glenwood City has just cut the game down to 3 with 40 seconds to go. Second one falls as well. 30 seconds to go in the Gilman game. They are currently at the free throw line shooting another 1 and 1. Gilman holding on to a 3-point lead there. Lancers holding on to an 11-point lead here into the paint. Ingley comes up short. We run inside. Going to be a jump ball going back to the Lancers. Misses her free throw, rebounded by Glenwood City. They've got the ball down by only 3 with 30 seconds to go. Top to Radical. All the way across to Goodman. Back up high with Girdle. Close corner with Lydia. Back up time with Girdle. Over to Nelner. Nelner has a lane inside. One to beat. Can't finish. Rebounded by Radical. And foul will be called. A little bit of 6. Both teams now with 6. One away from the bonus. Following the passing from the baseline. And a timeout by the Lancers. 4:37 to go. 40-29, an 11-point lead for the Lancers with 4:37 to go. Back from the timeout, 40-29. It's an 11-point lead for the Lancers. They've got the ball on the baseline. Gets it into Radical. Back up top with Lydia. Lydia, good look, won't take it. Back to the corner with Goodman. Goodman will take the three. Off the inside, tipped by Radical, rebounded by Radical. Right back to Goodman for another one. Travel call on a step back. And it'll go back to the Wolves with 4:27 to go. Wolves starting to run out of time, 4:27 to go. Need to get the offense going. Webb gets it across. Steps up. Kick out to the corner. Webb, good look. Off the inside, rebound inside. Oh, alone, can't finish. Rebounded by Radical and kicked out to Lydia. Up the floor to Gurgle. Back over to Lydia. Lydia will step inside. Force back out. Corner to Goodman. Lets it fly, and he'll knock it down! Goodman's got 15 and brings the lead up to 14. Webb steps into the paint. Kopp, one-on-one, draws the foul, and one! Big response from Kopp, first points of the night. And a chance to bring it down to an 11-point game. Down by 4 with 8 seconds. Currently need to get a quick shot off, and it just got stolen away. Gilman going to try to hold this one out, and will. Gilman has officially won 42-36, and they will be moving on to the second round. And one bounces out, rebounded by Radical, she'll turn and go. So the winner of this game will face Gilman. If it's the Lancers, Gilman will be coming here. If it's Elmwood-Plum City, they will be heading to Gilman. Lancers holding out a 12-point lead at the moment with 3:34 to go. And tip to the bounce, last touch by Goodman. And now a quick discussion. And they will change it back to the Lancers. Pass in, finds Radical. Radical in front option. Spinning inside, and he'll finish. Nice enough from Radical inside. She's got 23. And the lead goes up to 13. Back across to Ingley. Sorry, 12. Hands it off up top to Kripe. Gets it across to Webb. Webb will step inside, spinning around. Little floater. Off the inside, rebounded by Goodman. So get it up to Gurgle, and Gurgle will slow it down. 3 minutes to go. Score has corrected. It is 14. 45-31 is the score. Lydia spins with the lane inside. Draws the foul, but can't quite finish. And she's back at the line, shooting two.
Falls on the Wolves, number 21, Willow Clark. Fourth personal, team seventh. Shooting two, Lydia Cloakey.
Second will fall as well. Lydia's got 4 all on free throws. As she puts them up now by 16, their largest lead of the night with 2:45 to go. Webb into the paint. Spinning inside, gonna kick back out. Finds Webb. Webb a good look. Comes up short. Bouncing out of bounds, heading back to the Lancers. 2:37 Lancers just trying to waste out some clock here with a strong 16-point lead. In no hurry. Goes quickly to Radical. Radical will turn and go. Free lane inside. Rims up and out, tipped out of bounds. Last touched by the Wolves. And still maintain possession with 2:30 to go. An option. Goes deep with Gurgle. Hands off to Goodman. Goodman will drive in baseline. Has a lane. It draws the foul. Will head to the line to take 2 more. Goodman, 47.7%.
Shooting 2, Paige Goodman.
A 70.6% free throw shooter. Hits her first. And she is having an amazing night as well. 15 points, now 16 after her first free throw. Makes her second as well. 17-point game. To the corner. Drives up. Works her way inside. Suave will pull. Comes up short. Rebounded by Nelner. She'll turn and get it out to Lydia. Back over to Nelner. And foul going to be called on Ingley. 18-point lead. Nelner will head to the line to take the final 1-on-1 of the game for the Lancers.
First personal team time. Shooting the bonus. Becky Morgan.
Miller's first bounce out. Rebounded by Radical. She'll turn and put one right back up. Gets her on a rebound. Kick out Goodman. Goodman the wide open three. Rims up and out. And rebound inside by Slav. She'll push it. Force back out. Kicks it out to Webb. Pass low. She'll handle it. Works her way back inside. Saint-Pierre on the floor. Jump ball going to be called. Staying with the Wolves. Passing baseline from Webb. They go to the corner with Saad. Back up top. Swings around the perimeter. Got Webb coming in the corner. Takes the three. Draws a foul once again. And she'll head back to the line to take 3 more free throws.
Falls on the is number 24, Gabby Radical. Third personal, team lead.
Here, ladies, got 3. Here we go.
At the line, shooting 3, Paula Webb.
Brings them back within 17 with 1:40 to go. Second off the front room. And a timeout called by the Lancers. 15 points for Webb on the night. She'll take her final free throw when we return. And Lancers up 17 with 1:40 to go. Back for the timeout, 1:40 to go, 49-32, it's a 17-point game in favor of the Lancers. The final free throw coming from Webb. And it'll fall. 16 for Webb now, a great night she's had. And she averages 7.9, well over average here as Radical had the open lane, wisely slows it down as the bench preparing to enter in for the Wolves. And the Lancers bench won't be far behind as Radical is fouled. That'll be the 10th foul, and Radical will take 2 free throws at the line.
Falls on the Wolves, number 12. There, second personal. Team's 10th.
4 enter in, Ingley will stay, and that was most likely the end for these starters. Will make her first. That's her amazing night she's had so far. Now with 24, chance to make it a solid 25 at the line. And will. 25 for Radical on the night. The bench in for the Wolves with 129 and counting. Swings it to the corner. Handled by Kripe. Swings it back out up top. Around Ingley. Fakes. Steps up. Trying to hand off. Can't do it. Now Stuck going to get it over. And travel going to be called on Beckel. 1:12 to go. And the press will stay for the Wolves. 1:12 to go. Lancers with an 18-point lead. Gets it into Radical. Radical will turn and go. Up the floor to Goodman. Goodman across to Lydia. She'll dribble back up top and hand off to Milner. Back to Lydia. Wide open three. She'll take it. Sends it long. Rebounded by Radical inside. Draws the foul and one. 27 now for Radical with 59 seconds to go.
Falls on Wolves number 21. With a shot, that's her 5th personal. Checking in the Wolves and Wasabi. Shooting 1, Danny Radical.
20-point lead for the Lancers. Chance to make it 21 at the line and will. Radical with 28. Lancers have not put in their bench with 55 and counting. Wolves down by 21. Kicks to the corner. Ingley open three. That one sent long. Rebounded by Radical with 45 seconds to go. Radical dribbling up top with 40 seconds. Corner with Lydia. Back up top with Radical. Gets it over to Goodman. Back up top with Radical. All the way over to Lydia. Catches it on a bounce. 28 seconds to go. Back up top with Gergel. Hands off to Radical. 22 seconds to go. Radical will dribble around. 18 seconds to go. Hands it off up top to Goodman. Over to Nelner. Back over to Radical. Up top with Goodman. 9 seconds to go. Radical will hold it out. And this one will end 54-33, a 21-point win for the Lancers. And they will move on to the second round, the regional semifinal coming up on Friday. That'll be here against Gilman, who won their game by 4 against Glenwood City. They will try to pull off the upset here. Eliva Strom, who is the end of the regionals for the winner of this next game, most likely, as they just won their first regional game 80-8. And the winner of this next game will most likely head there. They remain a perfect 25-0 on the year, as the Lancers will have lost to them twice. We'll look for a third matchup against them, getting ready for their Friday game against Gilman. That'll be here at 7. And then winner will play on Saturday the next day. 54-33 is your final here, a 21-point win. Boys finish up their week on Thursday away at Alma Pepin. And then they have their first regional game on Tuesday.